we're back, definitely on time, as usual. Brian is not here. Today I'm joined by David.
What's up, gamers?
And we're going to talk about the week 1 of Legacy League number 4. We're going to get started with the Pearl Conference gamers first. We'll go through all those sets, and then we'll go over to the Diamond Conference, and we'll take it from there. So our first set is between Ernest and Frank, both DPP newcomers. So excited to see what these guys cooked up. So we're gonna jump right into it.
Yeah, this is a week 1 of all time.
Yeah.
As we see punch a balloon.
So he was punching, and he's getting punched, and he's getting out of there.
Yeah, we saw Thunder Punch there and not Payback, which
yeah, that was interesting.
You know,
I was not expecting that.
Payback on your Machamps.
What the fuck?
Oh
no.
He trying to
get your foot
he looking for someone to match
here.
this freak.
That's all I'm saying. This guy.
We all just want someone to match our freak.
Yeah. Anyway, before we kind of go through these games, we're gonna kind of let a lot of them play, just because there are a lot of sets. We got lots of things to talk about, so we're just gonna kind of chat about general trend of the game and what we see when there's pivotal moments. We'll pause and kind of break it down. But until then, we're just gonna let it ride. So obviously, Girachi's gotta get the heck out of here.
Yeah, but the pig is in, and the pig got burned.
We did.
Which sad, but should be okay.
But he also got Scyther paralyzed, which is huge.
Yeah, the newcomers know what they're doing. They're spreading the yellow.
That's true. We got Bug Bite, Scyther, he's Life Orb. So we can assume that good old Starmie's back there to spin those rocks away. But that really is doing a lot of damage, dude.
It is.
Whew.
It is.
Anyway, so Dusknor kind of did it, and
yeah,
that's cool. Dusknor's first confirmed kills of all time.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I like him a lot. You'll see him later again.
Yeah, Pig is really.
Letting he trying to paralyzed. That's not the best.
Yeah, and gets the full para, and Pig's gonna get one more turn off, which is really nice. So Heatran's gonna go down. And here's Suicune. He's in a very, very good position for a nice little Calm Mind action. And +1 beam should pick up. It would if it was fast, but he's not fast.
Yeah, well, you gotta remember that Breloom leaded, so there was no we didn't see an orb proc, so it's probably Scarf.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that guy definitely Scarf.
That is oh well, Starmie's dead. Frank has been laddering OG DPP ladder, and the team he was running was Scarf Breloom lead, so I think he just likes it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for something like week 1.
I gotcha. Real quick, this is Specs Jolteon. As you can tell by that damage.
Yeah, it did do a lot. But Donald is in.
Donald Fan is here, getting up the rocks. It's never too
late, mid-game
right?
rock. Champ going to sleep.
Champ's
but it's long. But he's going to go back to sleep.
But it's a free switch. And you got Suicune relatively free here. For Jirachi. I guess he works too. I was going to pick off Heatran. And Jirachi's looking pretty good for the rest of this game.
Yeah, it's the only threat to it right now really is this Jolteon.
Which, again, it's choice. So Donphan is also free.
Yeah, this is where you kind of just have to start calling the doubles, especially if you're on the back foot like this.
Yeah. Because, at this point, we've kind of figured out, there's a lot of choice lock Pokemon. That Donphan. Ooh, big damage. Then Drifblim
gets to do one thing here. Okay.
Yeah, this is looking like a wrap.
Shadow Sneak? Yeah, Shadow Sneak.
Picking him off.
Yeah.
And Jolteon is going to have to lock into not
Shadow Ball?
Yeah. Which Jirachi can handle.
Get a little extra chip. I think this is where we find out it's Wish Protect, right?
It's very likely. I mean, we've only seen Protect.
Oh.
So
Right, never mind.
we can assume. It's very likely. But also, I think that was a pretty well played game one from Ernest. He took it nice and slow, did what he needed to. Frank definitely kind of rushing into it, like switching Scyther in hard on Grumpig was not ideal.
Yeah, letting
definitely see something
get
like
paralyzed, too, not the best.
Yeah, plus like keeping Heatran in on the pig, like at this point in the game is probably not great because you've seen that like once you break through the pig with Heatran, like that burn was super nice, and like any of his other members, like Heatran goes to town, especially like with Suicune, like pretty low.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and
we
this
go game 2
on being Volt Absorb. It's like if you think Thunder Wave's coming again, it's a pretty free switch.
We got a Drifblim coming in.
Kind of
There's the
same...
payback this time.
Oh, okay.
See, there's things that we don't know.
True, that's true.
But this is definitely a very, especially defensive Jirachi. Just given how little that did. Pig is coming in. Got burned again, dude.
Crazy, actually.
Dude, like that's insane. At least got heal. I didn't know he learned heal. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that was one of the big reasons he actually was pretty popular in draft day. Is that combination of thick fat heal bell just is really appealing. So I get it.
Yeah, especially in these kinds of Heatran matchups, which like right now, like Pig's come back
this
in.
is definitely like a balance v balance. So nothing's gonna go too crazy.
Yeah,
so there's definitely
this Grumpig has been incredibly unlucky.
True, but there's T-Wave. I think Drifblim's a fine target for that.
Yeah, like at this point, if there's anything, you're gonna get Okay, I will say though, if you do think there's a crit, dang, Frank's been getting some nice luck. I was gonna say like at this point, like knowing like, oh hey, I have this Jolteon that kind of comes in on these T-Waves, like that's free Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
And like you can definitely push your Heatran advantage because see like Grumpig's really getting low.
There's a crit.
So they're gonna pursue.
Yeah, this is a great spot to bring Scyther in because it's not paralyzed now.
Yeah. Oh, there's an SD.
Insane.
Whew. This guy's crazy. He's getting punched.
Yeah, but I think Ice Punch into sneak kills here.
Yeah, especially when you make him into a popsicle. That definitely helps too.
The bug needs help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of looking at how like this game is kind of like paced out. Like, I think Frank should definitely be playing more aggressive with his Jolteon. Like how he like how he brought it in now. Like probably should have been looking to bring that guy in closer to like turn 10. Kind of how like instead of letting Drifblim get paralyzed, no, it's like hey, like if Jolteon takes his psychic, like it's not the end of the world. I get this guy in and I can throw off huge damage. But
actually,
dude, what's happening? What's happening?
That Heatran's got to be Serene Grace.
Dude, honestly,
that was a good call by Ernest. To go for Ice
and I like that Frank is not locking Thunderbolt. Really good double there. Now Machamp gets to throw off Dynamic Punch, confuse the Starmie, have to make a decision. And if he had paybacked, bada bing, he's gone.
Right, but you get it. You don't want to risk Machamp.
Exactly.
Especially when you got all these the wishing.
Yeah, Heatran is very well positioned here. I shouldn't speak.
Now it is not.
I shouldn't speak.
I also realized this just now, but Frank never got rocks up in either game.
That is
clearly
true.
Heatran is the rocker, and there were definitely positions where you could have clicked rocks with Heatran. And I think like that earlier interaction between Dusknoir and Scyther is a great example of the impact of rocks because that SD Aerial Ace took it to 8. So if it had taken rocks damage, then Scyther would have been at 90 with a +2, and it's a completely different game.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Scyther kind of wrecks house at that point.
Oh, for sure. Especially because of its speed tier and what we know Frank has or what we already know Ernest has in the back. Yeah, that's like another way to say, like, especially for our newcomers, you know, when you're prepping and doing calcs for team building, the calcs matter a lot with will Oko after rocks. Like,
I'm just kind of cutting in here. Like, if your calcs like only work, it's like, oh, like they kill, like, or like I live this move, you know, from 100. That's a terrible calc because you won't, because rocks will be up and you will die and you'll feel bad that you wasted all that time making numbers that didn't work the way you wanted them to.
Yep.
But yeah, I think there's another crit. God damn. This guy is a lucky gamer. That's insane. But overall, I mean, I think like it's some of those turns where it's like game 2, right? You know that Grumpy's going to switch in. If Heatran is like your choice rocker, right? Then like you set him up and you get out of there because you're going to leave anyway. You're not going to stay in and flame. Like, get them up. This makes subsequent turns a lot easier. You break through Suicune, you break through Grumpig, and then you just clean up the game with presumably Choice Scarf Heatran.
Yeah, in a kind of balanced game like this, that rock chip matters a lot over time, especially like this Suicune on the screen, for example, right? It's burned. So rocks, the burn is canceling the leftovers every time. So rocks will only make positive progress, and that Suicune, like you said, are a thorn for Heatran at that point in the game. So it's like, you know, really prioritize your rocks, for sure, is big advice I would give after watching a set like this.
Absolutely. So that was good. Definitely was a well-played game. We're going to go Jordan and Lily. And we're going to see Crobat hanging out here. This guy is Chartreuse. I actually have a fun story about Chartreuse. As the gamers know, people on the internet might not know, I am a physical therapist. And when I first started working, I had somebody I worked with who asked me what color the yellow Gatorade was. The lemon lime Gatorade. And I said it was yellow, because it is. He was on a crusade to prove to people that it was green. And this turned into a whole ordeal. We had everybody voting, like patients would come in, you'd vote like, what color is this? And then I remember I asked our front desk staff one day, I said, what color? And she said Chartreuse. And I'd never heard of that color until then. And now there's Bronzong. Anyway, there's gaming that's happened. Chimecho's on the screen.
Yeah, this has been another kind of slow thing. Great job to Lily for getting rocks up. Chimecho, another Heal Bell user, so we're really seeing kind of the Heal Bell priority in the Pearl Conference, which I think is nice. So I'm definitely about it. That's a good Toxic, for sure. Alright, both rocks are up, so now we're kind of entering the mid-game,
now we're
really.
playing a game.
Yeah. I really don't think Crobat is real.
I know he's not real. This guy doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, he's fast.
He's fast
Also,
and he
Jordan,
taunts, but, like...
You spin this turn? No.
I don't know how valuable that is in draft. That was a good surf, also.
Yeah, that's doing a lot. You're gonna roar him out. You did get Camel, which is good. You can try to force a spin now, make Rotom come in again. Let's see if it happens.
Or spin on Crobat.
Nah, surf.
That's okay. I mean, yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like, in the context of this game, right, Crobat really just came in, clicked taunt and U-turn, and that was kind of it.
And died.
And died. Which is, like, not amazing. Yeah, this is... That... Okay,
I
I
don't
would
know
pause
what the
here.
protect was for. You're going to die to burn.
Yeah,
Now,
so yeah, that's why kind of what I wanted to say is just like you have to go for heal bell there. You're dead if you don't. And if Alakazam commits to killing you, then it's not committing to setting up like this. I think. So.
And now at this point, the game is ended.
That's not true. Just because.
This guy hit Focus Blast.
You gotta hit Focus Blast.
Well,
which it may or may not have.
Synchronize? Oh, it's Inner Focus, that's right.
No, it's Inner Focus. Because I think Bronzong is still burned, right? Like, if Chimecho would hit Heal Bell there, then Bronzong is in a much better position.
Yeah.
Just for not being burned.
Which, again, you at least try to do. We blow up on this guy? Yeah. I'll bring him back out. Oh, Azel. I forgot.
Here's late game Azel.
There's one thing I will say is, like, Zam and Azelf are doing very similar things. Which, granted, right now, just the overpowering with Psychic types is kind of working. So I can't knock it right here because it does seem to be working out decently.
Yeah. But like, see now, look, if Bronzong wasn't burned here, right? Like, it would have been so much better. But yeah, I agree with you. I think like that double Psychic works really well in the context of this game one because like you didn't know obviously that Azelf and Alakazam were in the back. But Jordan like has a pretty good matchup into Psychic Spam. She has Bronzong, she has Chimecho, but she kind of let them both suffer pretty early. Yeah. But hey, rocks up on both sides. I like that a lot. Crobat, yeah, that's. I mean, it is a fine switch. Like, it is a really neutral into Bronzong, but these Gyro Balls are gonna hurt.
Yeah, now it's like Crobat's taken so much chip to have clicked Taunt. Like, you know, he hasn't done anything. Are we gonna see a burn again? Yes, we are. The Gyro Ball again.
Yeah, that's so like. There's no reason to keep Bronzong in that turn, especially because you're taunted. Because you always have Blastoise as a really free switch in. That explosion's a little hasty, but I mean, yeah, you do kind of force Blastoise into potential death.
Yeah, now here's the nasty plot. Azelf is ready to kind of break through.
That's a good. That's honestly, that's a good protect. I'm okay with that protect.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't heal. Yeah. Well, at that point, you know it's coming, and don't switch your Dragonite, and you're going to die. No. And here, and another one for just like letting Bronzong stay in and just like, you know, do whatever and fuck around with Camerupt. You know that there are two Psychic types that are going to set up. Well, we don't know that Azelf was setting up, but it's kind of assumed, given it's in the back, that like these Pokemon are going to press the Psychic button and kill your guys. And you want your guy that quad resists him to not explode before he has to deal with what he's meant to deal with. So this one has definitely gotten away. And like we haven't even seen Lucario.
Yeah, the double taunt. Right. The double taunt's definitely tough. I would say in particular for the team that Jordan brought, but
Azel's gonna pick up this game now.
Yeah. Which is funny because that's not something we ever really did with Azelf in like any of our prior seasons. It was always kind of just like a lead or an explosion bot. Like nobody really ran it this way.
Yeah, because it's kind of hard to do. I don't know. I'm Azel's biggest hater. But it definitely did it this game. Him and Zam, they teamed up and said, "It's Gen 1, baby. We're clicking Psychic."
Yeah, honestly, also Camerupt definitely carried.
Yeah, Camerupt spread burn and it was good. So, I think Lily had a game plan, which was press Psychic and make Jordan deal with it, and Jordan did not deal with it well. So,
yeah,
Wahoo. Very good.
Yeah, I think Lily definitely should still drop Crobat.
Yeah. Hey, you know, it's week 1. You know, we got plenty of time to come to our own conclusions. We're gonna jump into
I know, but she's clearly got threatened stuff, and she can make it more threatening with a real Pokemon.
Also, here we go. Look at this.
Good
Turn
lead
1,
for Bannon.
Gengar's dead. You guys want to watch that again? He's gonna watch
Do
that.
not think that crit mattered. Do not think that
does
crit
not matter. That's Gengar. That's Houndoom. Look at him. He's blue.
It's Life Orb Houndoom.
Yum.
Yeah, he's really smelling money.
Dude, he's smelling money. He stole Gengar's money. Here's the Cha-Cha Slide. Cha-Cha Slide is
I like the vacuum wave effect, but there's DD Gyarados.
Yeah. And we see flinch. Nope. Whacking. Good.
Whacking.
Let's see.
Yeah, we need the
Brandon's
flinch
content
here.
to go for flinches, which on turn 4, I don't know. I don't know about that one. But
I mean, Gengar's already dead, and now Mespert's at like 12. So, you know, if you can kill Blaziken, Houndoom looks pretty good right now.
it did a lot of damage.
It did.
That's Blissey.
Yeah,
we see
I'd like to see
Leech on
some rocks
Selly,
go up
no.
here.
And here's Togekiss. Is going to trick a Scarf over.
Good trick.
Yeah, and that's going to definitely help Celebi later. Once this whole Houndoom thing is out of the way. Because Houndoom is looking mighty threatening, even still. Right now, they're just kind of content to, you know, hang out. Here comes Celebi. We're going to see double. No. And a plot. Oh, John, you got to get out of there. You can't let this happen. Oh, no. Oh, he's blind again! Celebi, watch out. Or Registeel, watch out. And it's, Dang. Did a lot of damage.
Sucker.
And Hitmonlee's gonna come in and maybe KO with Fake Out, but, like, maybe not. Nope.
See, I think we go... Does Hitmonlee have any priority other than Fake Out?
Well, I guess now
Oh, it's just fast.
we've learned the speed tiers. So, good to know. And at this point, Nidoqueen is gonna wall.
Yeah, I don't know what Banon's last is.
Swampert.
Oh, Swampert. Okay. Swampert
With
can
Celebi
definitely
down,
win.
Swampert could definitely make things happen. With late game rocks, there you go.
Love late game rocks.
Yeah, I will say definitely should have tried to get Swampert in earlier if possible. But given how the game has shaken up, I get it.
Yeah.
John, you gotta stop clicking Fake Out, my
Ooh,
guy.
that's not quite the point. That was a great call, though, switching Swampert into Hitmonlee, scouting for Energy Ball. But at that point, like, I think Blissey was a really safe switch there. Because you can still lock into Seismic Toss if you want.
Yeah, plus, like, Seismic Toss can do it. It could do some decent chip at this point.
Yeah, like, you can use it to set up for Swampert to win.
Yeah. It's likely that, I mean, Swampert can't win this game. Because there's an Energy Ball Mesprit, and there is Blaziken that very, very likely has HP Grass.
Doesn't the Messi die to Rock Sentry?
Does it? No. But yeah, this is
No. Okay, yeah, that means.
Yeah, so Swampert's gonna come and take Nidoqueen. And then this is also important for damage rolls. Like if I'm John here, I'm going, okay, I need to know how much these moves do to me. We go, Earthquake taking it out. And now we're going in. We're looking for game 2 knowledge. Let's see. Energy Ball here. It lives, does 78, which is pretty nice to know. So definitely a tank Swampert, but Swampert's not going to be able to handle the Chicken Monster. Chicken Monster is too strong. We're going to rock over to game 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't love that the Swampert didn't have Water Stab. Because, like, we saw that the only water resist was Celebi.
Was Celebi, yeah. Like, that was definitely just tank per import-export. And, like, you know, that's... Like, I play DP enough. I know these sets. I know what they do. But, you know, it's like coming up with stuff like, hey, you know, whacking on Gyarados was definitely a good call. I think trying to go for game on turn 4 is what did it in for John.
Not it, no.
And then he just kind of saw the rest of it fall apart. And this time, Houndoom is going to die on turn 1. So now,
yeah, see, that's crazy. You don't sucker there. I think you always sucker there.
Yeah. Registeel, that is a fighting weak Pokemon.
I was just gonna say,
Blissey. Ethan would simply hit all his Focus Blast. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Hit another one. Get another one. Ooh. I want to see more. Big crit Ice Beam.
Great Ice Beam, dude. I guess you have to.
You kind of have to. You can't EQ Gengar. A big crit back. Dang.
Yeah, and you don't have water.
So
yeah, don't always for our pro conference gamers. Don't just be satisfied with import export sets. Like, make sure you're relooking at your opponent's team, and you look at the set that you're building and be like, well, wait, if my opponent only has one water resist, maybe I should have Waterfall. It'll do more damage than Ice Beam, even to the Levitators, because it's stab, and you're also not splitting your EVs for special and physical being mixed, which Swampert can be good at, but like,
you guys gotta try special Swampert. That shit.
If again, without a water resist, really, like, you want that water damage.
Ethan with a good Focus Blast call out here, trying to nab Blissey, and he's gonna do it. No, not this time. Unfortunate. Hey, we all miss Focus Blast eventually, so.
Mm-hmm.
My cat is climbing my leg currently. Goodbye.
Hi, cat.
Alright. Now we got Blaziken coming in. Blaziken is very well positioned. Clicking Fire Blast on the Blissey. I guess if Vacuum Wave is the fighting move. Hold on. I gotta do it real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if this is full special.
If it's full special, it's crazy that you're bringing full special Blaziken with Blissey. Like, Blissey's coming, like, just having, like, low kick or, like, brick break as just being mixed. Because, like, Blaziken doesn't take any hits. He's just kind of here for a good time, a long time.
Yeah. I like that spin. It's a little late, but I like it.
Yeah, it's going to help Gyarados attempt. And right now, you got to...
Gyarados, too. I forgot Gyarados.
Yeah, Gyarados has his work cut out for him. You've got to chip this Mesprit down. Unless you want to... You got to rely on flinching. That's the only way out of this.
I think you suffer... Oh, yeah, it's faster. I guess you're flinching.
Yeah, so Gary's going to come in. Let's see if he can do it.
I think you...
Go for the DD. Eat the T-Bolt. That does nothing. My God. Whacking Berry's crazy. We see a flinch? No, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so we can see the difference in, like, how the game played out, right? With Gengar around,
yeah,
John can't do much. And then with Gengar gone, all of a sudden he can now attempt to make moves happen. Losing Houndoom definitely makes Celebi a lot more awkward to deal with. All these other Pokemon become infinitely annoying.
And Mesprit. Same thing with losing Registeel.
Yeah, like, true. Like,
it opens up Mesprit.
Registeel didn't end up doing anything. He was just kind of here.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is unfortunate because I like Registeel. I think he's cool. But this was not a good showing from him. So, there's always next time, right? But yeah, I think I like Ethan's game plan of just, I'm just going to hit buttons and make John do something about it. And he didn't do really a lot about it. So,
yeah,
I kind of get down with that strategy. We're going to see it a couple more times. Because it's very simple, and it's different from my opponent can't kill me, I'm unstoppable. It's, what if I just made you adapt? Because if your opponent can't adapt, then you will win. You know?
Yep. Yeah. I think a lot of stuff learned from everybody for week one.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting off the next set. We got Huge McBiglarge's twin cousin, Little McTiny Small, just drop Mamoswine on turn 1.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate.
This is not a good day for the Mamoswine enjoyers out there. And the Shaman haters. Those are both me, actually. Here we go. We're going to see Trick Iron Ball Metagross. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow, I only did 48.
Yeah, we love Fist F
Yeah,
Skarm.
40.
And here is Slowking to eat a big Hydro Pump. That is especially defensive as heck. So, whew.
Yeah, it's pretty much unfortunate that at this point, Kingdra can't do anything until Slowking dies.
Yeah. I did help Tim make his team. And with the option he had available and the Pokemon Chris had, like, he had a lot of trouble breaking Skarm, Slowking, and Weezing together. There was, like, no combination of moves on his Pokemon that could actually make any progress versus them. So, we won't see it, but this Vileplume is actually HP Psychic to hit Weezing. Because if you look at this team, right, like, the Trick Iron Ball is for Skarmory, right? In theory, you could get Weezing, but then you can't beat Skarmory if Zapdos already has to do so much, you know? But yeah, so we'll see Tyranitar come in. It's Lumberry. You know what he's gonna do. He's gonna click buttons. Yeah. That's a DD. But Charles Nuzialis is here to save us once again from Tyranitar. And I really like that double. I like that double. Unfortunately, hello, please stop attacking my leg. Thank you. Yeah, this Dusclops is gonna be immovable. Especially with the Meteor Mash accuracy that Tim currently has, which is unfortunate because you just hate to see it. I have nothing to really say.
This is already a really tough decision for Tim, especially after losing Mammoth Swine turn 1.
Yeah. Yeah, Mammoth would definitely make this a lot nicer.
Yeah, I look at Chris's team and like, you definitely need Toxic if you're Tim right now. Like, you need the Toxic for sure. Chris's archetype is very much bulky offense.
It's just sand. So, my guy's playing ADV right now. That's all he's doing. He's got his TSS. Yeah. He's got his dude. He's got his guys. He's clicking buttons.
Yeah.
He's got the spin blocker. You're taking chip. You're getting phased around. You're getting cleaned up by Flygon. You got the leech guy.
You can't be afraid to spread the purple. You gotta understand that sometimes you're just gonna need to spread the purple.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if this Slowking was purpled right now.
Yeah. But then it's like, you also think it's like, all right, what's going to come into Slowking? Right? Like, he's going to go into Skarmory. And you can't Toxic Skarm. And then Skarmory makes progress on you with Spikes and Whirlwind and stuff like that. Like...
But Zap gets Toxic, and that's what's like, I think, some kind of... status
like at the same time, like, right, like, you look at Zapdos, right, and what it has to do in this game. It needs to defeat Skarmory, defeat Slowking, not lose to Tyranitar, deal with the grass type and the ground type that will be coming. So the last move is HP Ice or Heat Wave of some kind, and it's like, you kind of gotta pick and choose. Like, there's very little room to fit Toxic.
That's true.
Because like, you need to U-turn. Because like, let me cook here. I was like, you need the U-turn. It's like, Tyranitar comes in, it's the perfect switch in. Then you can get in your spinner. You make rock chip damage. You chip Skarm, things like that. It's like, if you don't have that, then Tyranitar comes in. If it is DD, which we've seen it very likely is, at +1, all of a sudden your team's in dire straits. And if Hitmonchan's gone, God forbid, like, the game is over.
Yeah, Tar definitely is a really big threat, but like, the value of Toxic, like, yeah, that the crit and the paralysis did help. But the value of Toxic in a matchup like this, right, for things like Slowking and Dusclops is then they start getting chipped along with the sand, and the lefties doesn't matter anymore. And then they're not guaranteed switch-ins to Kingdra Draco. The Toxic gives the value to let other guys pick up the slack for something like Zapdos because it does have to do a lot. And even stuff like, I mean, we'll see it more in week 2 than I think we saw it in week 1, but like a lot of knockoff got brought in week 2. And
hey, don't be spoiling week 2, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, sorry, huge spoiler.
Come on. We're recording on time, obviously.
Like, yeah, so on
but
time.
Yeah, like you're right. Like everything you're saying is correct. At the same time, like also remember the whole wheezing issue with this team. Like throwing off Toxic, it fits well. I think a lot of these Pokemon do actually have it. Like we didn't see Mamoswine's full moveset. Right? Like the Pokemon that you want a Toxic, the only way like you get in, right? Like you want a Toxic, Slow King, you know, Shaman, stuff like that. Shaman is natural cure, so that's a whole moot point. Like Tyranitar, you know, a lot of Chris's Mons don't really care as much about Toxic. It is a correct thing to do to just try to make some progress, but then you also, you know, let him make progress in return, right? He gets up to spikes. If you don't have a strong spinner, like you gotta break Dusclops. Like there's a lot of other moving parts where it's not just, oh, just slap Toxic and you'll do really well. It's more than that.
It's not end all be all, but it's much more helpful for those walls like Dusclops and Slowking, because it does let other members pick up the pace because of the neutralizing of their leftovers. That's a crazy rocks, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, rocks are important, but kill the threats.
Yeah.
First and foremost. But like Mamo just put in a great amount of work right there. So
exactly.
I guess I can't.
And he's gonna shard again, and he did a great job. He's gonna dodge. No. I also don't know why Chris didn't just go in. Oh, Skarmory's asleep. But like Skarmory's going to wall Mamoswine forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, unless it's like he gets like 6 Ice Crash hits.
Dude, he gets Ice Fang.
Oh, that's right.
It's so sad, man.
Oh yeah.
So. But yeah, we're seeing the efforts. No, Dusclops is definitely a tough one here. I mean, he's literally beat Charles' butt. All right, that's the two of them together in one guy. And I know Tim wasn't expecting to see Dusclops because again, like wheezing was such a problem in the builder. That's like, oh, you know, that's a guy. And I'll be real, I downplayed Dusclops because I still think he kind of sucks, but it worked well here because there wasn't a lot of prep for it. So
everything in draft, if it's worse in the standard, it gets a little better when there's less power to compare it to.
No, he's still not real. I will keep my opinions.
Here.
No hate summer's over. I don't like him because he smells bad. Dude, if I saw Dusclops on the street, that guy would reek. And I'd go the other way. Let us know in the comments what you think Dusclops smells like. This is your brain pondering question of the day. Yeah. So Shaman's ready to kind of clean up. Tim really did bring this back, but at the same time,
yeah,
it's
this
like
is a lot closer.
Yeah.
Which is that value of Mamoswine.
Mm-hmm. Letting Mamo go down turn 1 was unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know why he stayed in that first turn. Like thinking about it critically, I do not know. Big crit. Big crit. Hold on, Charles. Is Charles gonna do it? Charles has got a lot of work to do. He's got a super crit again. Crit burn. And Metagross has got 17%. He's got an Iron Ball. He's gonna crit. And unfortunately, too little, too late. Tim almost brought that one back. It's unfortunate, but that was a great game too. We can see what happens when you don't lose probably your best Pokemon in the matchup on turn 1. So
yep.
Think of the long term, not just it's probably, oh, I should get my rocks up. That's a Shaman. Get your rocks up later. You gotta get out of there, man.
Yeah.
You don't know anything.
Shaman's gonna
You can't
kill
let
you.
that happen to you.
Do not let Shaman kill you.
So this is our interleague game. This is Dante and Will. I'm gonna let this one play. This is a game that occurred. I'm gonna let you guys watch it as we kind of like go back to the Tim and Chris set we were just talking about. I think it showed like Chris's team is really strong. There are 3 sand teams, so like you're gonna learn like the strengths and weaknesses of each one. Actually, at the end of the PR, I got JT to step away from his child for a little bit, and him and I talked about our set for 30 minutes. So you guys can enjoy that. We talk a lot about how our set went and everything. A lot of good sand gameplay for the Tyranitar enthusiasts.
That's a great knocking off lefties. That was great.
I love a good knockoff.
Yeah, Chris's sand team is definitely the most ADV balanced of all of them. And with something like Shaman, it adds that extra offensive threat, which is really nice.
Yeah, and now
I think
we see Miss Magius come in. Miss Magius has clicked Nasty Plot.
Yep.
I'm gonna just drop a spoiler. The game is over.
Yeah, I remember watching this live and just being like, oh wow.
Yeah, so this one's for the Fluttermane fans. Look at him go. HP fighting. Dual 57. Full pair is unfortunate. However, I do not think Earthquake and Polion was going to do it.
No, but I think it had Roar.
It did. It did. However, at this point, it's still a little too late. Like, it's just going to come in again. And poor Gallade, he is not going to take this either.
Nah.
And Claydol is going down.
Yeah.
So that was our first game. So hopefully we see Dante kind of pick it up, turn it around. You know, okay, I can't let that happen again.
You don't.
So
I'm gonna spoil it right now. You just don't.
And here comes Miss Magius. It is turn 4. The full para is unfortunate. And we're gonna see the switch in the sub. And the plot. And the SD is a Shadow Sneak.
It was crazy.
It is not Shadow Sneak.
Oh, the SD was so crazy.
It was certainly not. Dude, this was not the time.
Dude, this is so crazy.
And guys, it's over. Raikou, look away.
I guess we have to say it just for the fact that the thought process apparently it existed, but Substitute does not become normal type.
That was a thinking thought that happened.
That Dante's thought process apparently was Substitute is normal. So it has the same properties as normal.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's not right.
If the Pokemon that uses Substitute is a ghost, the sub applies the same principles.
It's just a little fella in the front.
Yeah.
So we're gonna jump into our Diamond Conference games. We see Adam and Paul. Swampert is dead. Bye, Swampert. If you blinked, you missed him, but he was there. Hopefully, we'll see him again later. This has not been a great week for Swampert, which is unfortunate. And here's Rotom spamming Shadow Ball
for leads, to be honest.
Yeah. Oof.
I gotta say, I know it's week 1, and especially me, I always talk about how week 1s are just like this completely separate universe. But please take extra time to think about your leads, because they do matter. And like we saw it already in a couple games where like Pokemon got blown up turn 1, and then what they did in game 2 brought a lot of value. Like, you know, Infernape, like we don't restrict our players from using things like the damage calc or literally going to Pokemon Showdown and being like, huh, can this Infernape kill my Swampert? So like, you know, it clearly is a pivotal and important part of Pokemon is the lead. So like, take the time to go through it, and think about it. You know, if you feel like Swampert's more valuable, but you don't really have a switch into an Infernape, then like, pick a sack that's not gonna bring as much to the table. Like I think in this game, for example, right, you don't want to switch Houndoom into Infernape because you'll get blown up by a fighting move. But like, Dodrio might not have as much value, so maybe we just sack Dodrio, for example, to bring something else in. But yeah, take the time to think about your lead matchups, and if your opponent's lead can blow your lead up, because it matters a lot, and we've already seen it matter.
Yeah. Anyway, for those who were watching the game, Infernape did kill everybody.
Yeah, Infernape cleaned here.
Infernape was doing it. And you probably noticed that Adam does not have a Choice Scarf Pokemon. His whole team is slower than Infernape, and Infernape can cleanly drop everything. Also, for those who are trying to watch the game and saw my screen go crazy, please blame my cat. He wants attention. So...
yeah, Adam doesn't really have an Infernape resist, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, it's Rotom in quotes. But even then, like, Rotom gets pursued by Drap, and it's done. Then Infernape just clicks moves. At that point, it's like, Adam doesn't like choice items because he's afraid he'd make the wrong decision. Not having the choice item was the wrong decision. Because, like, when your whole team is slower than the biggest threat to you, you have to do something. Or it will just beat you. And, like, you can outplay your opponent every turn. Yes. When that thing hits the field, it's going to take everything. Which is, you know, hard.
Yeah, speed tiers matter a lot, and if you have the ability to get the upper hand, then you should use it. Like, choice items are a long-standing reality of the game, and
or even like
you have to be able to recognize that you're gonna
Rindo Berry on Swampert. Like, that would have been crazy. Turn 1, it's like Infernape wants to grass knot me. Oh, checkmate, gotcha. You know, that would have been cool. Even if it's like you don't want to do choice items, it's like, okay, you can run a resist berry to take the one hit and get rid of it. Because sometimes that's all you need is that one turn. Like, imagine like this Jirachi is Akaberry. Right? Like, it, you know, it comes in, right? Infernape's going to click Flare Blitz, you live, you kill it with Psychic. Great. It's out of the way. Now you can have a better game plan.
Or even there's some very, like, ADV techs of, like, something he could have done with Dodrio, like Endure Custap or Endure Salac, and like then, you know, Infernape isn't faster than you, and you have kind of the advantage into it. You know, there's a lot of stuff you can do. This gen is very creative and has a lot of options. Don't be afraid to explore them.
At least, like, you know, assess the threat in the builder and how you're going to play around it in the game. Because, like, you can be like, oh, Infernape's really strong. I brought these 6 Pokemon that all kind of lose to it. Well, I brought 5 that are not great into it. Like, in theory, like, Dodrio, if it's choiced, right? That'll check Infernape. Not with Rocks down forever, but it will do it.
Choice Spark Dodrio could have been solid here.
Like, Fizz Def Rotom can definitely help a little bit. You just need the Pain Split. But yeah, so anyway, week 2 will be a better time for Adam, we hope. And Hall did good. He said Monkey hit him, and he did.
Yeah, Monkey
Monkey hit.
Monkey really monkeyed all over the monkey.
Dude, he was monkeying around. Speaking of monkeying around, we got Brian and Corey.
Oh, man,
a very fun
this set.
week 1 matchup. So here we go. Is Lucario off lead, and here's Muck. Muck is here to blow up.
Muck blew up, which was a crazy turn 1. Like
nobody clicked that URL.
True.
I don't know what it is.
I feel like that is such an unprecedented play by Corey. Like Corey's usually not the turn 1 blow up guy. Also, Bandit. That's
Super Bandit Licky Licky.
Yeah. Brian really took to heart the I'm gonna win in 10 turns or lose in 12 kind of mentality.
Mm-hmm. And this is a matchup that like, he said it where it was like, Corey's team is very momentum based, and if he just doesn't let Corey get any momentum, then he'll be in a good spot. Because like Togekiss, especially with the Whack and Berry and the Ancient Power potentially getting a boost, like that can just brute force through literally everything. Because Corey's already moved to Lucario and Starmie.
Yeah.
And then you just blow up the best checks to them with Licky Licky. Like, it's a really solid game plan of just, I'm going to push advantage, and you are not going to have the chance to do anything about it.
Yeah, that crit sucks, but I don't think it mattered. But the fact that Togekiss is faster than Zapdos, that's like a real, that's a no-no.
Well, I wouldn't say that. This is Lucario versus a Lucario weak team. Yeah, I don't know, man. I get it. I get it.
You can't be slower than Togekiss.
Dude, I get it. It was like dude, that guy is strong. Like that Lucario is at +2, and Zapdos is the only thing that can. Hold on.
We clicked me.
I missed that. I missed the me first. My first watch through. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think he wanted to copy Metagross's Meteor Mash.
That's funny.
I guess.
And now, with Venusaur blown up on, Starmie will win the game. But we don't even need to see Starmie, because Togekiss said, I'm going to do it myself.
So, I don't know how I feel about that.
Sometimes...
So I feel like you just have to freaking kill it, but the boost,
yeah,
there's Fire Blast.
Yeah, sometimes you get the luck, and you get the overpowering offense. Like, you know, I really think like his point with like if you just don't give Corey any momentum at all, like you could just power through him, and like a good number of teams can do that.
Really well.
So
Brian prepped really, really well. And I like leading Muck to blow it up. I don't know how I.
Okay, so I can talk about the Muck because that was my idea.
Okay.
As established, Starmie a problem. Breloom also on this team. We didn't see him. Another Pokemon that like you kind of have to do something about. Also, Lucario's here, so that's 2 guys that are big fighting types. Poison's a pretty good defensive check. Like, obviously, like, Zapdos is the best into it, but he's weak to rocks, which is not great. Right? And when... So, Lucario lead, crazy. Kind of gets you there. So, Boom kills. And the way that it was set up, where it's like, if it's a Starmie lead, it's like, oh, I'm going to click Psychic. It dies to Payback into Shadow Sneak. And if it's Breloom, it's like, okay, like, I can just kind of sit here. Because he's Lumberry. So you just KO him with Poison type attack. And Boom kills Lucario. So if he wants to it's just Muck, whatever. I switch out, go Weezing, who's also threatening. You just blow up, you chip it down, like that's good. That was the thought process there. Where it's like, if you lead Metagross, which, no shit, Metagross, good Pokemon. Obviously, Brian's a great player. He's going to prepare for that. He's not going to let Metagross do Metagross things on lead. But you're going to lead Zapdos, your best defensive piece in the matchup. You can't do that. And it's like, who the fuck cares? That's just Muck. He could blow up. If he gets 2 kills, like, that's awesome. Then you have a chance to push your advantage with your other pieces. That's where that came from.
That's fair.
Just didn't work.
Yeah.
So, it's your turn. You want to chat about your stat as we kind of go through?
Yeah, I mean, I could say like, so Aaron has 3 quad weak dudes, and I was just like, okay, well 2 of their quad weaknesses are ground, and I have 3 ground types.
Yeah. That does help a lot.
Yeah. Also, he has this like
Sun thing. Unfortunate sleep powder miss.
Yeah.
No solar beam? That's crazy. And you were ready for this sun apparently.
But like Dustmore kind of eats all the sun stuff.
Here's Weavile. He's gonna come get. That's a good switch out. Steelix is now going to kill him.
Yeah,
that
also
low kick is
Steelix
really strong.
2 low kicks.
Dang. That's crazy.
Yeah, but then I just kill it.
Yeah. At this point, good job, Steelix. You've done your job. You deserve a good rest. Boom did nothing.
Team kind of struggled into Steelix.
Choice Scarf Magnezone coming out to get rid of Suicune. Flygon's looking pretty good here. Look, let's Gligar.
I let it go down there. And then Gligar's here, which I didn't really get.
It's good enough Flygon, I guess. It's ground immunity, which is nice to have.
Yeah, I was much more afraid of my Milotic than Gligar.
That's
like,
true.
I have 2
Milotic
waters.
was not here.
So
Where
like,
is he? Is he okay?
No, I don't know.
Damn. R.I.P. R.I.P. King. Dude, double crit the Ambipom. Let's go.
Yeah, really showing that Ampom's a shit Pokemon.
And blow up.
I knew I lived Leech Form, so I blew up here. Even if he was a Life Orb, I think it only did 99 max. Something. I had a calc that was crazy.
Dude, it's Big Buzz.
Yeah,
Dude,
unfortunately, I
like
don't have
Buzz
HP Ice, so I can't touch the people. He's kind of sleeper. I'm enjoying him.
No, I just meant like the look of him.
But oh, yeah. I don't know if you learned it in the set, but after the set, I learned that Gligar has no attacking moves.
Really?
It's Taunt, Toxic, Protector. It's Taunt, Toxic, Protectors.
That's funny. That is certainly.
And now that
a
Eggy's
strategy.
down, he is.
Dude, it's the Big Buzz. Yeah!
With Eggy down, he has no water.
Electromagnetism. Damn, your Suicune is slow as all heck then.
Yeah, I was like, I don't care about speed.
He's gonna put. Okay. Oh, he was trying to make things happen on Steelix. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, it seems like, you know, we kind of. Is that HP ground?
Yeah, HP ground. Yep.
Weavile gonna come in. And Weavile sucks. I hate this Pokemon. This guy, he's so.
I had Signal Beam.
Bad.
I should have pressed Signal Beam.
You had Signal Beam?
And then he got static, so.
It's funny.
Here comes Dusknoir to press Fire Punch.
This is a good week for Dusknoir fans. Shout out to Dusknoir.
Yeah.
He's doing it.
I'm happy about it.
Nice. That was like a little wipe the hands and and go get him kind of deal. Yeah, no Milo is crazy.
Yeah.
Because Milo just kind of like sits on with like haze and stuff.
And the Sun team part, the Sun mode doesn't really threaten me at all. So I.
Yeah, you have two water types,
like,
and one of them isn't even weak to grass. So.
Yeah.
Oh, and we did this set. That's it.
We did yours.
We did them all.
Yeah, because you said you did yours with JP already.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Wow, time flies when you're having fun. All right, so
that was week 1.
That's it for David and I right now. We're gonna cut over to JT and I talking about our stuff. So thanks for joining me.
That was set of the week.
Continue to have a good season, and come and join us again. This is always a good time. But for now, it's back to the lab again. All right, trying something new. We got one match breakdown. So we're gonna break down our set of the week. We're gonna have the 2 players in the call, and we're gonna talk about it. And this week it is myself and JT. Say hello.
Hello.
And we're gonna jump right into our week 1 set, which was very fun. We had a good time. This is the sand matchup for.
This was a good start to the season.
So yeah, we never play at the beginning.
We never do. It's usually like me and Corey.
Yeah, so it's something a little new, you know, both figuring out the team. So going into the match, I knew I had a pretty good advantage, just in terms of team strength on paper. And I'm sure you felt the opposite.
When I built, and spoiler alert, Tyranitar does not come because Matt's team, all of them, just kill Tyranitar. And I'm like, I'm not dealing with that. He's bringing sand. I don't have to.
Yeah, that's true. It's like one of those where the sand will be there, you know, and I think it's best we just jump in and kind of talk about how this set gets off to a great start. So we got Gallade and Gliscor leading it off. And Gliscor's going to crit Gallade turn 1. It's like nothing has ever changed in life.
And that was super important, we'll come to find out.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
But I led Gliscor because Matt doesn't have a spinner.
I don't.
And he's a pretty good rocker because he has taunt and can kind of shut down. Like, that's not really great damage. I can roost it off, no problem.
Like you can 1v1 this Hippowdon if you need to.
Yeah.
And as you can see, Earthquake doesn't do a lot. So we're kind of stuck in this neutral where I'm just going to hit him and he's going to hit me, and I'm going to do a lot more damage than he does. But Ludicolo is going to come in here, and I got to leave because I need Hippowdon for many guys. Because at this point, I still don't know that Tyranitar is not here. I just have to kind of assume he is, even though I knew in the back of my head this is probably not a great opportunity for him. So
you do have to still respect it.
I got to respect the GOAT, you know. But here's Ludicolo sent up a sub as I bring in Empoleon. And I got to say, when you did this, I had just walked downstairs to grab food. And I walk back up. I'd already clicked my move. And I watched Ludicolo ready his focus. And
so like, that Ludicolo was built for this Empo minus Signal Beam. Was not expecting that. But if you didn't have it, you could not break sub, and I just
absolutely not
destroy you.
Yeah.
But now I'm stuck sub salting with Leech
so
Seed.
We gotta hang out here. I gotta let Empoleon just kind of go down because I'm already on a super back foot because I don't have a Gallade who's just like really good at just coming in and hitting your dudes.
The Ludicolo being behind the sub.
Yeah, Ludicolo he did pretty well here. But going into the builder, I realized that the JT's main water resists are weak to bug. So I tapped on Signal Beam just as a way to, you know, kind of take care of those guys. Because I really thought you'd bring Slow King, because that guy's a little scary.
There was a reason I didn't. But... Oh, Leaf Blade on Gallade.
That's fair. Yeah. I forgot about that move. So here's a fella I didn't expect to see. Here's Venomoth switching in.
He's here to take CCs and Leaf Storms.
Yeah, and he does a pretty dang good job of that. So I was looking at my die damage rolls, and I have HP Fire, and it was like a roll. So I was like, I can't do this. So Hippo's going to come back in. I could just kind of sit here. But I dodge Sleep Powder.
And
I heal up. And I guess this is the world evening out because you miss again.
Yeah.
But like Sleep Powder misses all the time, so it's like,
Yeah, I should have just went for T-Spikes there.
yeah, that's true, because I didn't know you had them at this point. So, you know, that definitely complicated things. But here comes Magmortar. Came out swinging from the South Philly basement. And I got Lava Plume. And this is the freest click in your team of all time.
Oh, yeah. My team
But
does
I don't
not
actually
like...
click it because I think you're going to go into Tyranitar. Because I didn't know you had Aerodactyl. And it was at this point I said, oh my god, he did bring Tar. That's crazy. But, like, again, I get it. It makes sense.
Yeah, looking at your team, all of them just utterly destroy Tyranitar.
Okay.
And I can't DD up because... Oh, yeah. So this is pressure stalling arrow with Earthquake because Matt does not like Earthquake. Besides Bronzong, nothing on the team wants to take it. Even Sceptile doesn't really want to take it. And I can substall out Gyro Balls, and then Bronzong can't touch arrow.
Yeah, and then I just kind of sit there. I have to blow up on you.
Which is good for me because if Bronzong's dead, then it helps me.
Yeah, for sure. So right here, right, you go into Ludicolo, and I'm like, dang, I don't think HP Fire kills. So I have to lock Leaf Storm, which stinks, because then you could just bring in Gliscor, and it's like, oh, I could do this, though. Because you don't really do too much, like 30%.
30 is pretty solid with sand.
Because I am minus defense.
But I
Wait,
am forced to get out.
I lied. Sorry. Me when I lie on the internet. But Aerodactyl coming in taking 5%. Like, my guy healed on his Stealth Rock switch and it feels bad.
Yeah, Arrow and Sand is very good.
It is.
Like,
and
look at this.
Not doing enough. Like, this is painful.
And this is the other thing I thought of this arrow going into Matt's team. All of his mons want to run 8 PP moves.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. And I definitely have noticed that, especially as, like, at this point, like, a lot of week 2 has happened. But it's a problem. But this was a very good call, and this guy's so annoying, and I hated him.
And it helped because Matt was bringing sand, so I didn't have to set up my own.
Yeah, so you could just do
So this wasn't like a wasted slot that I could have had T-Tar instead.
I don't know why Ice Fang there. I knew you were going to roost, but it's not the end of the world. This is like you can't really do anything to Paladin. I can just sit here. Like,
this was the biggest call out of my life that you just didn't hit EQ. Because I didn't know if you realized that this thing walls you to death if you don't hit EQ on the switch in.
Yeah. No, I figured that out.
And Mag
like,
is on a timer because...
Yeah. So it's one of those things where I realized, like, probably like 15 minutes before our game, that the way that my hit Paladin was set up, like, if you were sub-Magnet Rise, like, I just kind of lost. And I was like, he could do that. And then I was like, I'd rather just be able to Toxic something like Gliscor. But I need to Taunt, so it's like, wish I had Whirlwind right about now.
That is when I learned that you are Scarf.
Yeah, I'm very Scarf. And then I get the nice little burn here, because Lava Plume is the most broken move in the game.
But I can still stall you out.
You can, but...
So I can heal up.
Yeah, except it's just break sub. Sucks. Didn't realize it was a roll. But hey, you know, it works out, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think I don't know why I didn't EQ there. I think I wanted to be at full.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you can't break sub, so...
Yeah, so I got a little bit of chip, and now you're coming in, you're at 50, which is like, this is fine for me. Because I got Sceptile, and it's like, at this point, like, I know Sazor's back there, so Sceptile is like, not a liability, but like, this is not his day anymore. So I can just click low kick repeatedly until I win. And then I die to Bullet Punch. And that's pretty much what's going to happen here.
Yeah, I think I'm just waiting for you to get into... I don't know if it's EQ range or what.
I'm not in EQ range. You are burned.
Oh yeah, I'm burnt. Oh yeah, at this point I'm sacking arrow.
Yeah,
trying to get as much damage as possible.
A liability for you. If I had a setup move, it'd be crazy, but I don't because I just have fat dudes sitting here. And like low kick's still doing a lot. Like you can't roost him out. It's pretty good. I was pretty proud of low kick. It was a good choice.
Yeah, but as shown, Tyranitar would have died.
Yeah, here comes Skizzy.
So I don't remember if I have to reveal. Yeah, I do have to reveal this set.
You do, yeah. So SD.
So
makes sense.
this is some ADV stuff here.
Yeah. Kind of. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, we're doing this, huh?
Yeah, because I looked at the builder. I'm like, wait, I can just bring SD Scissor with Bullet Punch, and I don't need Roost, and I don't need a fourth move. Just, let me tack on Reversal with Barry.
Yeah, and then at this point, like it's
game.
It's
I outspeed.
Yeah, so,
I had to reveal a lot though.
Yeah, I kind of learned. I think I learned everything except for
T-Spikes.
Yeah, it was T-Spikes. That was it. And like, obviously, Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
And I had a feeling you were going to have sub. I just hadn't seen it yet. But again, like on my team, like you hadn't seen.
I learned a lot besides
Gallade, which is very scary.
Yes.
So
I knew Gallade was a problem for my team, which is why I attacked at turn 1.
Understandably so. But we'll go game 2. This time we will see Gallade hopefully get to play the game. And he is.
Yeah, I get rocks up first.
Nothing.
Yeah, Glycor is a beast.
Glycor is a monster.
And then this is just me figuring out damage numbers. And Matt goes for Fire Punch instead.
Yeah,
probably calling.
I was thinking that Scizor would come in or something like that. And then this is the greatest turn ever because I switch in hoping for the burn because I knew how scary he was, and I got it. So now Magmortar can just kind of sit here.
At that point, I'm either sacking Scizor or at least calling out the move.
Yeah. So right now, Magmortar is just clicking Thunderbolt repeatedly. Here comes Venomoth, and we make up for game 1.
Yeah, without that crit, I would have gotten T-Spikes up, and I could have came back.
Yeah.
Especially with Arrow in the back.
Also, T-Bolt did 30% to Magneton.
Well.
That's insane. Here comes Gallade, and I'm just going to get KO. And we're on turn 10, and your team is, like, gone.
Yeah. That crit hurt a lot.
Yeah, no, that was huge. But now I still have to deal with this guy, which is annoying. But, you know, it is what it is. We gotta sit here. And I was fully prepared to just PP stall you at a sub and Roost. Because I had enough guys.
Yeah. Without T-Spikes up, I couldn't play that game.
Yeah.
Even one layer.
And it's like right here, I'm just like, all right, we're going to do the whole sub thing again. I was like, whatever. It is what it is. Let me take 2 Focus Punch. Get my rocks up. Give him a little beam. You know, bada bing. You know, we're chilling. Oh, did I topic? Or did I not? No, I just beamed again. Did I confuse you? No. Okay. I know that happens eventually.
Yeah, and I think I switched Arrow in there because I knew you weren't surfing and I could get an EQ off.
Mm-hmm. Like at this point, like he's sub.
I'm at an extreme back foot, yeah.
Yeah.
This game would have been very different if I had gotten a layer of T-Spikes because then Hippo would not want to be dealing with Arrow.
No. I think I was trying to call out the Rooster.
The Ludicolo play.
The Toxic. And that was my first Toxic reveal. So
I think I had to play around at this point, just getting a safe opportunity to taunt because of that Toxic.
Yeah. And at this point, the game is over.
Yeah. I think I was playing, I don't know, playing for damage rolls, finding out.
Yeah, which is understandable. I would
seeing if I could find technology. I don't know. You knew my team. I was only learning at this point.
Like, and you know 3 of Gallade's moves now.
Yeah.
Which is helpful. Then Surf KOs me, and you're going to go down to Toxic damage. So right here, so I know you notice I go into Gallade, right?
Yes.
So I'm afraid I blow my load, so I immediately switch out. I wanted to play it off like I was just PP stalling sub. I was trying to get into Custap range.
That makes sense.
Which is
and
why
it worked out for you.
Over in the sidebar, which I don't have showing, I asked, "Are we doing this?" That's because I did not want to have to show off Custap.
I mean, you weren't gonna have to because Hippo 1v1s this without T-Spikes up.
Yeah.
I could not PP stall that much.
No. Plus, like, I would have had Boom and Sceptile and everything, so.
Yeah. So there was no reason to play it out. If you had revealed Custap this game, it would have made game 3 a little
Game
bit
3 would
different.
have been a lot different. So here we go, game 3. So let's see what happens. Rocks are going up.
Yeah.
There's a
Most
Ice
important
Punch.
thing, Matt doesn't have a spinner.
I do not.
And Mag Mortar's kind of a problem for my team
Yeah.
if it's not taking chip.
Yeah. This time I'm just punching.
Yeah, I was again scouting for what you could do.
I'm
and at that
surprised
point,
you
I
let
just
the
need
score go
damage.
down.
Yeah, I should have went Venomoth, hard Venomoth. I didn't know your last move because I was expecting you to run forward attack with Zen Headbutt and just destroy Venomoth.
That's totally fair and valid. I just didn't think about Venomoth a single time. So then when you shut off the T-Spike, I remember I was just like, fuck. This is this just got a lot harder. So I actually stay in here to go to sleep.
So
So
you don't,
I
you can
don't-
come in for free.
Get poisoned. So I can
This was
come
a
back
big
in on arrow.
mistake on my part. Actually, I didn't get the second layer up now.
Yeah, and I predict Ludi coming in. So I just start beaming.
Yeah,
Which really
which
does
still does nothing.
I didn't realize how little that did. Did you get Venomoth on my rock? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can get the other layer. Venomoth is chilling. Do I? No, I go Bronzong. Because I was like, oh, I can actually play the game now. This is great. This is the first time he's done anything. Like, he's in a position to do something. And I click HP Fire, try to pitch
8%
Scissor
or so the first turn. So over 2 turns, I think Poison actually either does more or similar.
Yes, it does. Yeah, the first turn it does 12.
So I should not have gotten a second layer up, and
In
we'll see that
hindsight.
later. Yeah.
But Sceptile comes in on the Toxic Spikes, and I'm prepared to just go down swinging. But I predict Venomoth coming in. I
Yeah,
go
that was a
HP
good
Fire.
call.
So now
Venomoth kind of did its job at this point,
he did.
so I didn't care about it going down. Sceptile's taking damage.
Yeah, so I'm at this point, I'm hoping that you go into Sizzler, but you don't. But it's all good.
No, I can't call that too early.
So I'm kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna get my guy in, and again, I'm prepared to just stall you out of subs if I have to. But I wake up a little too early, and apparently that one kills, breaks sub, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And I try to
Again,
get
every
Yoko.
Magneton go in is so risky because if you call it out, I die.
Yeah.
And I think this is the first time I subbed, right?
Yeah. I go for Plume. Do I die to T-Bolt? I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Magmore doesn't get to play in game 3. But now I get Gallade in, and I get the Toxic down. So I get a KO here.
Yeah. And Ludicolo, I think at this point I didn't think Ludicolo was going to do much more. Like, it helps against Hippo, but, like, you can always pivot.
And now, here we go, 25%. Here comes Aerodactyl.
And
I spent a lot of time, like, a lot of real-life time passed between this turn happening. I had 77 HP. And I think with the amount I had, if I had 1 more HP, I would not have been able to get Custap Berry off.
I'm curious if only 1 T-Spike was up, if regular Poison would have gotten you to that range.
It would have. Because
Okay.
Sand would have taken me down anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, Sizzler's got to...
So I had to do this.
Yeah. But even still, like, this game's not over because Hippowdon and Bronzong can't beat Sizzler, as
Yeah.
we've seen. So I go into Empoleon, and I'm just like, I gotta chip this guy down. Because at this point, he's done his
And
job.
that's just a bit too much.
It does a lot. But now Empoleon's done. It's done his job. And here I have to go Bronzong. I know he's gonna endure. It's fine. Now he's at 1%. And right here, I gotta make the call because I know Magneton's whole moveset, and I know it's like, oh, if Magneton switches in after rocks, Sceptile's HP Fire can kill it, but it's a roll. And I was like, that's a little risky. So it was either I have to let Bronzong die right now, or I have to sack Sceptile. And I think I ended up sacking Sceptile. Yeah.
You did that. This was the correct play.
Yeah, I had to. So then I could go into Hippowdon, eat the Toxic. And you go for the Endure, and I was like, oh shit, hold on. This might be over.
So spoiler, I don't win this game. If I endured here, I won. And if I got the Endure 50-50.
Yeah.
Because Scissor does Oko Bronzong. Also, if Hippo was a high enough HP to let me get a sub off, I also won.
Yeah. So it all worked out.
This is
you did too much damage. And so did that Thunderbolt. That Thunderbolt's still alive. So if you had crit me, like, I would have died.
Yeah, crit or para.
Yeah. And I did low roll the HP fire, by the way.
Yeah, I think I high rolled the first T-Bolt. Maybe not.
No, you did it was 43 and 42. But yeah, that was a good set. That was a good time.
Yeah, it was very close.
So we're gonna talk about teams. And my showdown's down. That's okay.
I don't think it's down. I think it's just timed out.
It just kicked me off. So it's not a big deal. So I'm gonna go over my team first, just because I have it up. So my last move was Shadow Sneak, just to pick off like Scizor and stuff like that. But you had the Speed Boost Berry, so it really didn't matter.
Yeah, I knew Gallade was going to be a problem. Was not expecting Puss to have.
It was Lum at one point, and I was like, I don't know what status it's going to be. It was going to be... I thought about Expert Belt for a while, because I was like, oh my god, Ice Punch can't pick up Aerodactyl. And then I realized that CC after Rocks just killed him anyway, so
yeah.
I didn't really care anymore. Or no, it was CC plus Sneak. Would pick it off if it was the lead.
Mm. Oh yeah, I was never leading Arrow against you with a Gallade.
Yeah. It's funny, on turn 1, in the game where you crit me, like, I had also looked away and I was like, wow, he's choice banned.
That honestly would have been funny because you're really weak to ground.
Yeah. But here's Hippo. This is to live Surf from Ludicolo. Make special attack. That's it. So, this is nothing special. Here's LeBron. LeBron was going to have Gravity so that I could shut off your Magnet Rise, because I thought that would have been really funny.
That would have been. I was expecting the Trick Room set, which destroys my team if I don't hard prep for it.
Yeah.
It destroys every team, really.
It's very good. However, I knew that Magneton could just kind of make my life hard. So I went with HP Fire because it also checks Scizor on paper. Not that one, though. Here's Napoleon. He got the shit shell. This is pretty obvious. I had Knock. I don't think I ever clicked it.
You never did.
No, I never had a chance. So he was under fire at every turn.
Yeah, knocking wouldn't have helped that much.
If I had knocked off your Dactyls lefties, life.
Oh,
good,
yeah.
But
you would have had to call out the switch.
Yeah. And Signal Beam, good for your guys that are weak to bug, which is many.
Yeah, when you hit that, I was like, who runs Signal Beam?
Me. So I want to talk about Septillion damage over here. 64 attack, low kick, will pick up Tar every time. The rest just went special attack for Leaf Storm. The defense is to take Choice Band Bullet Punch after Rocks. And HP Fire gets the kill. And I didn't really know what to put here, so I put Leech, because I figured, that'll work. And it did.
Yeah. Speed, I'm assuming, is for Gliscor.
That is +1 DD Tar. So I figured, you might as well. Because he's so fast, it really doesn't matter. And then here's Dan Campbell. He's here. This is Scizor. And was it anything else?
No, it's not. It's
Ludicolo.
Mag.
It's Ludicolo.
And Magneton, yeah.
And Mag. It's Mag. Yeah. So if I lost my Scarf, if you were Scarf Mag, then I had you too. I think that's mostly why I did it. Yeah, and his speed is also Magneton. That's right. I could not remember. But yeah, and then low kick. This picks up Tar after Rocks. I literally only need 8.
Magmortar is a good mon.
It's a good Pokemon. But yeah, let's talk about your team.
Okay, so I led Gliscor because he's one of my rockers. I wasn't bringing T-Tar, and Arrow was in the back doing funny things. Also, if I was like, okay, what if he just leads Trigger and Bronzong and starts going to town? So I needed a taunt lead. And Arrow just dies to Gyro Ball, where Glide Score doesn't. So that's kind of where that came from. The speed is, I don't know.
I determined this was for Golduck and Magmortar, because they're so close in speed, you might as well just get the one.
Yeah, the rest was in HP. Attack, I think, was for Mag. After Rocks, you die to EQ.
I didn't die at neutral? That's crazy. Magmortar got, like, no defense.
Yeah, 95 attack is not the best. It's the same as Magmortar's.
That's funny.
Yeah. And then I forget if it was the 60 in attack was important or if I put 20 in defense for a Gyro Ball range. I think I just threw the extra 20 in defense to help with Gyro Ball and Gallade.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Okay, talk about your Vanguard Ludicolo, please.
Oh, speed was for Modest Empo because you have to respect that thing. And this thing's entire deal was to beat Empo. Modest, at least. And I also had to deal with what if it's Spadef Empo, where none of my moves are going to do stuff. So I ran sub Focus Punch, and then sub Seed subsequently, and throw on Surf because good neutral hit. So that 8 negative natured attack is enough to 2-hit Empo. Pretty much, I think it was max HP, unless you ran defensive Empo, which I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. It was banger
Yeah. And then the HP and the 2 defense numbers were so Empo could not break sub without Signal Beam. So like Ice Beam, Grass Knot, Surf.
You put Drill Peck?
Not, or Hydro. Okay, I wasn't thinking Drill Peck or Signal Beam.
Okay, because I originally thought about doing Drill Peck to break a Ludicolo sub, but then I saw Signal Beam and I was like, oh wait, this is just better. I gotta do that.
Yeah. And the defense was for Hippo, so Ice Fang and Earthquake couldn't break sub.
Ice Fang into EQ? Or just Ice Fang in general?
Just in general. I could sub on you.
Right.
And then I think the rest I just threw into special attack.
Understandable.
Just for extra damage on Surf. I don't think it was for anything specific. It might have been for Magmortar. Or like to 2-hit Aggron in Sand.
Aggron, let's go. What a guy.
But yeah, I don't think the special attack number was important. It was just whatever I had left over.
Yeah, I know it's week 1, but I think this is probably going to be the most fucked up EV spread we're ever going to see.
Oh yeah, this thing
this is ridiculous.
Weird.
This guy's weird, but he did it. Magton. I feel like
Steel Killer.
Much introduction.
This is pretty much the Magnezone Steel Killer set, but on Magneton. I don't need to run as much speed.
Yeah.
This was for
Empo.
Yeah, max special attack, the rest in HP. Very standard.
That's Magneton.
This is the funny scissor because SD Bullet Punch deals with a ton of things. And then I was like, oh, hold on. Reversal just lets me beat everything.
Yeah.
Speed was for Empo. Plus it, after a Select boost, it outsped everything except for Sceptile, who I Bullet Punch anyway. And maybe Tauros.
I mean, I still think plus 2 Bullet Punch would pick up Tauros anyway.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
He's Intimidate, so never mind.
True. But yeah, SD Scissor is scary, and when you tack on Endure Reversal, it like an ADV.
Yeah, when you get like a 200 base power move, like, dude, it's crazy.
But that was Scissor. It was like a mix of ADV set and a DPP set, which was cool.
Nice, putting the eras together.
Yeah.
Right,
and then
this guy.
So standard pressure stall arrow runs Rock Slide, and I looked at Matt's team and I was like, I can run EQ instead. It does fairly good damage on everything that's not Bronzong or Hippo. And half of Matt's mons run APP moves. I can stall Gyro Ball, I can stall Leaf Storm, I can stall out Hydro Pump if I have a sub up already. It's good into Magmortar if you're hitting a fire move because of the Sand special defense boost. So speeds for max speed Sceptile, and then I think attack was probably to 2-hit something specific, and then the rest in HP. It might have been HP was so, I don't know,
That looks
Fire
like a
Blast
sub
didn't break
number.
sub. Oh yeah, I think this was the week that I looked at leftover recovery and I wanted divisible by a certain amount
Understandable.
to get the most healing.
Also, I realized I had the wrong view on. I just want everybody to look at this again. Look at this hellscape. Anyway,
Yeah, every number was useful. And the Venomoth was really just here because my team does not like Leaf Storm and it does not like close combat. I needed a resist for both of them. Venomoth did it, and again, Matt doesn't have a spinner, and if he wants to get rid of T-Specs, he has to bring Swalot, who is awful into my team. Very good other weeks, as we've seen. Not good into my team.
Wax Finger, he could do it.
The Sleep Powder is good. Bug Buzz with Tinted Lens does a lot, surprisingly, even to Empo. And then Roost it was either Roost or U-Turn, and I was like, maybe I can Roost on some things to heal up. I probably was never gonna hit either. U-Turn might have ended up better just to pivot into things.
DPP.
I mean, U-Turn's better.
I mean, you're
You
right.
get chip.
Tom Pass funny.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I like the team I made. Very weird not bringing T-Tar week one.
Man.
But again, even the mods that Matt didn't bring just utterly destroyed T-Tar. And then DD-Tar is useless because there's a Hippo.
Yeah, you couldn't bring D-Tar.
And I knew you were going to play careful with Hippo.
I had to. As soon as I saw that this guy existed,
and also Bronzong.
Like, between these guys, like, Hippowdon was literally the only guy I needed to keep alive.
Yeah. Besides your whole team, between Hippo and Bronzong, you kind of invalidate T-Tar.
Yeah, no, Tyranitar is non-issue.
And then you have the rest of your guys. I might have originally had a T-Tar plan for you. I did, and it was a weird
special
Stealth Rock set, all special that could deal damage with Surf on Hippo and T-Bolt on Empo and Fire Blast on Bronzong. But then I'm like, this is a one-time deal. It's awful. Let me bring Venomoth to actually defensively check some things.
Oh my god, you know what's funny is, like, I was legitimately like, yo, what if, like, JT's gonna bring fucking Thunder Tyranitar to deal with the
I would have had to do
point
anything
faster. And I was like, you know what? That's crazy. I hope he does it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I looked at it. I was like, oh wait, Galley then even more destroys my team. He hits close combat and Ice Punch, and I die.
Yeah. But
I wasn't actually expecting Galley lead. I thought you were gonna save him for the back, to clean.
So yeah, I said, what if I just started doing it on turn 1?
Yeah, that is smart.
Kind of worked out.
Yeah. I had a good time with the first set of the season.
Yeah, it was fun. It was very stressful. I think my heart rate probably got a little bit higher than it should have been playing Pokemon, but that's okay.
Yeah, I went into that being like, Matt is going to sweep me. His team destroys my team. It was basically drafted explicitly to beat me.
Yeah. I wonder how
it was a
game
very
one
close
would
set.
have went if you didn't crit Gallade.
I think I
also wonder how game 2 would have went if I didn't crit Venomoth.
Yeah, I think either way, you probably would have won game 1, and I think I might have won
two.
game 2 getting a T-Spike up. So it evened out.
Yeah.
And then game 3,
Game 3 was
there
just
weren't really any hacks. It was just a good game.
It was good, yeah. I don't even remember seeing any critical hits.
Yeah, game 3 went well.
Yeah, so. All right, well, thanks for taking the time to chat about the set. It was a good time. Hopefully next week we got a game just as good. And
yeah, this would be cool to have every week.
Yeah, so let us know if you like it. If we talk too long about one set being 33 minutes, but that's okay. That's why we're here, right?
Yeah, may as well.
May as well. All right, thanks for listening. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Peace.